And joining us now from Beirut for further analysis is Mr. Faris Bouizer, the former Lebanese foreign minister. Ms. Bouizer, thank you very much for joining us now while the U.S. Special Envoy to Lebanon, Amos Hochstein, is in Beirut, working to reach a formula that ends the conflict. Israel continues its military escalation. So what results do you expect from international diplomatic efforts in Lebanon?
You know, even if we don't want to dream, we know that it's very difficult to make any pressure on Netanyahu. I think that there is no other choice than the intermediary mission of Hochstein, of the Americans. The Americans are at least the only power which can do something in this field. And so even if the visit of Mr. Hochstein yesterday wasn't bringing anything new, but at least Hochstein came to listen to the Lebanese first, to listen to the Lebanese authorities, and to see on which basis he can start. And I think that it will be followed by listening to the Israelis to see also what are the common points which can be in the middle and which can consist into a basis for any solution.
Sir, to what extent is the worsening humanitarian catastrophe due to the ongoing Israeli aggression impacting efforts to actually end the conflict?
In fact, I think that Netanyahu is trying to use the humanitarian situation as a card in his political goals. I think that, first of all, there are nearly 1,400,000 people which are displaced from the south, and from the southern suburb of Beirut. And so it's a very huge, we are talking here about nearly 30% of the Lebanese population. Second, he is continuing to bombard, to shell all villages in the south in order not to let anybody return back in an acceptable time. Okay, he is using phosphorus bombs, and we know that phosphorus bombs are not bombs which are going to spoil the water, to spoil the land, which will not be no more able for agriculture, and these bombs are going to impeach the population to return back into an acceptable time basis. So it is clear that Netanyahu wants to make pressure through that on Lebanon in order to obtain from Lebanon a kind of treaty which will constitute into an Israeli superiority or supremacy in the land and in the air. So we don't know exactly to where he is going to go, but I think that Netanyahu is trying to go as deep as he can. If he can reach Beirut or the doors of Beirut, he will go to this point. And if there is no resistance against him, which will make him pay a high price for that, he will go as he can. Okay. So this is the first point. He will try maybe to reach the doors of Beirut in order to impose the treaty or the conditions he wants. The questions here are that Lebanese, as you know, is a democracy, and Lebanese is a multiple configuration country, and we don't know exactly if any government or any state or any situation can accept these conditions in the next day. So anyway, he is using the problem of the displacement as a pressure card against the Lebanese government. He is trying to tell us 1,400,000 people are going to create to you a humanitarian and a social problem, and you have no choice than accepting my conditions if they want them to return one of these days. And so this is the situation. I think it's a very critical situation, and I think that everything will depend on how much we can make a big invasion or not.
Your Excellency, now Hochstein stated that Resolution 1701 is not enough. Now, what does he actually mean by this? How might the Lebanese state mediators respond to such a statement?
Look, the official position of Lebanon is still now the full implementation of the 1701. Now, I personally think that if there are some amendments, some very, let us say, small amendments, in order to let this decision being really implemented, as, for example, the reinforcement of the United Nations troops or the reinforcement of the army, of their power there, of their control, I think that Lebanon will be open to that. Now, if these amendments will be that we change the spirit of this resolution, I think that this will be a real problem.